What's good, my people? It's Godfrey here, coming at you from Boxing Redeemed, and today we are proudly sponsored by Bravos, and we're going to be discussing the fight of the night, or the fight of the year. It's going to be Bivol against Artur Beterbiev. What a fight, what a fight. I think that's one of the fights that everybody has to see. It's for the casual fans. If you're casual and you find out about this fight, trust me, sit on your sofa and watch that fight, because it's going to be a blast. What a fight. 50-50 fight. Have to say, either fighter can win tonight. Honestly, it's one of those fights that it's so elite. When it comes to ability, Bivol, Beterbiev, they're at the highest of abilities, you know. But if I had to go straight into it, background, both had a huge amount of fights in the amateurs. I believe over 250 fights for Bivol, and Artur Beterbiev's fought close to 300 fights, probably if not over 300 fights in the amateurs. Beterbiev did go to the Olympics twice, once in London and Beijing in 2008, 2012, whereas Bivol hasn't been able to fight in the Olympics. So yeah, you could say, you know, Artur Beterbiev does have the Olympic experience over Bivol. So we do have that. But in terms of that, look, you know, amateurs, they're both just as experienced as each other, had a huge amount of fights. So this fight is elite. It's at the highest level of boxing. I don't think you can get higher than that. You know, those two fighters, both undefeated, both been fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to how this fight is going to play out. But you know, what's the difference? Even starting with Dmitry Bivol, we know he's a technician, has high ring IQ, good ring generalship. You know, he's very efficient, fantastic jab, and you know, the way he works so well in and out of range, he almost has like a trampoline like attached to his back foot, because he just jumps in and out of range so well. And Artur Beterbiev, yeah, he's got 100% KO ratio, so power. I've heard some of the sparring stories that he's had with many other individuals, and they're just so funny to hear. So there's no secret that Artur Beterbiev carries a lot of power. But then again, I don't think he's going to get the credit he deserves, because when you do have 100% KO ratio, people are just going to think, you know, you're just a boxer who comes in and out and just looks to just knock people out, and he doesn't really get the credit, I think, for how good he is as a boxer. He's got fantastic footwork. He has so much like variation to his punches. If you watch him, like, he doesn't telegraph his punches at all. He's very hard to read, and he doesn't throw a lot of power into the punch. It's almost like pushing his punches. So when it comes to generating power in his punches, you don't really see him throwing it with such venom, and he doesn't, you know, release it like a Deontay Wilder, for example. He's very sneaky with his punches, and I think that's what makes him dangerous as well. So overall, I think both fighters are fantastic boxers. And in terms of weaknesses, I think at times Dmitry Bivol, he's very good, very efficient, but at times, let's see, you know, will he be more defensive in this fight? Will he start fast in this fight? Who knows? And my issue is that I have not seen Dmitry Bivol get badly hurt, apart from, I think, that punch against Joe Smith just before the bell rang. To be fair, he did wobble. He wobbled quite a bit, and that was just before the ring ended, the round ended. Whereas with Artur Beterbiev, I've seen him go through bad cuts. He's been knocked down, and he's gone through the trenches and through the fight. So yes, ultimately you would say Bivol has advantage over Beterbiev, because he hasn't been hurt as bad as Artur Beterbiev, and he's the younger fighter, he's more durable. But at the same time, that should give you more confidence mentally as well, I think, for Artur Beterbiev, that he can go through those difficult moments in this fight if he has to. against Dmitry Bivol. So it'll be really interesting if, for example, somehow Bivol ended up putting him down. What does that mean? Does that mean that Artur Beterbiev is going to be able to lose the fight? I don't think so. I can see Beterbiev get knocked down, but I can't see him get up and go on and win the fight. He's just relentless. He's just got that mental toughness, I think, over Dmitry Bivol. But who knows? Let's see. I guess we will have to see the best Dmitry Bivol tonight. So I'm just going to see how interesting, how good Dmitry Bivol is going to be. But has he felt the power like Artur Beterbiev? And he hasn't. I don't think he's faced anybody that hits as hard as Artur Beterbiev. So I think once you get hit like that, yeah, I think it's going to be a different fight. So, you know, I'm not in control. Nobody's in control of how well prepared the fighters are, you know. So I'm just going to go under the assumption that they're both prepared well for the fight. They're both at their best top tip condition. And I'm going to give my prediction based upon that. And my prediction is Artur Beterbiev will beat him, I'll say 10 rounds. 10 rounds, or it will go to points. And I still think Beterbiev beats him on points, honestly. I think he pushes and really just pushes Bivol back. I don't think there's anyone that cuts the ring as well as Beterbiev. I think Beterbiev's cutting the ring off is fantastic. So, you know, can Bivol last 12 rounds by being defensive? I don't think so. I think Beterbiev is fantastic when it comes to putting pressure on. So let's see. Let's see how good Bivol can be in this fight. I think I'm more curious to see how Bivol is going to perform. I think he is going to be the fighter this time that can't dictate. I think normally when you watch his fights, it's Bivol that's dictating the fight. I think Beterbiev will dictate this fight because of his power. Unless Bivol has different game plan, it takes a massive risk and just tries to push back Beterbiev. And if he succeeds, that would be, who knows, he could, but does he have the power to do that? Well, we will have to see if he can do that. So honestly, I think it's both fantastic fight, 50-50, but I am leaning towards Beterbiev to beat him in 10 rounds. I'll say late 9th, 10th round knockout for me. And I believe if it does go to points, I still think Beterbiev beats him on points. And he just has to be careful. I see just the big over right hand when Bivol leans in with his left jab. I can see a timing shot, Beterbiev just throwing that over right hand at the same time. But you've got body punches. He's a fantastic body puncher as well. So let's see. I'm curious to see how this fight is going to go, but I am going to lean towards the crazy man Beterbiev himself. I just see him the Khabib of boxing. I just can't see anyone beating him. Yes, you can argue it might be father's time for Beterbiev, and it could be. It could be. Who knows? But he's in tip-top condition. He eats well. He stays healthy. He stays fit. So I'm leaning towards Beterbiev. Anyway, take care. See ya. Bye.